Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
The South Dakota Division of Criminal Investigation has ruled that a Sioux Falls officer-involved shooting last month was justified.
The incident happened in west central Sioux Falls on July 7th when officers located DeAndre Blackhawk. He was wanted on 3 felony warrants and was a suspect in a shooting that left a woman in critical condition.
After police approached Blackhawk, he allegedly raised a gun and pointed it in the direction of officers. A report filed by the DCI says a total of 30 shots were fired, 6 from Blackhawk and 24 from 3 officers.
The report says Blackhawk was shot multiple times and was hospitalized. He was later booked into jail and charged with attempted murder on law enforcement.
There's another arrest in connection with a shootout involving men in a mask in downtown Sioux Falls.
More than a month after the incident, Doc Stephen is behind bars accused of aggravated riot. Court documents say he was with Julian Kubara and some other men who exchanged gunfire with 21-year-old Zachariah Ruffner.
It happened in a downtown Sioux Falls parking lot early in the morning of June 22nd. Court documents say it had been a busy night and other people were in the parking lot and on a nearby patio when the shots were fired.
One person had minor injuries and a couple of cars were hit. In addition to the suspects in custody, there is also a warrant for a 4th arrest.
Police are investigating after gunshots were fired at a home in western Sioux Falls.
Authorities say it happened in the area of 10th Street and Elmwood Avenue around 11 o'clock Sunday night. Officers found shell casings and bullet holes in the house.
There were 3 people in the residence at the time of this incident. No injuries were reported, thankfully.
A witness reported seeing a gray or tan SUV leaving the area after the shooting.
No arrests have been made in the case.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munn. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, Travis. Good morning, everybody. We are following scattered showers, thunderstorms already this morning. They are moving to the east. Well, to watch for developing thunderstorms later today, especially in the central, north central, and northeastern South Dakota. We think that could be an area we'll probably see some strong to severe weather. In the meantime, temperatures will reach the 70s, 80s, and 90s for afternoon highs. Brian will have more details on your forecast coming up.
Thank you, Scott. You never know what you'll find out in Badlands National Park.
The park says one of the rangers was hiking near a butte last month when they found this fossil. Officials say this Leptokinea was found in an area known as the Leptokinea beds.
Leptokinea means tiny llama, and paleontologists describe them as monkey-faced little sheep and llama-like animals that existed on Earth roughly 16 million years ago. Badlands National Park reminds people that it is illegal to take or collect any fossils you find.
Officials say you should leave it where you found it, take a picture, get GPS coordinates, and make a report.
Project SOS, or Supply Our Students, gives away backpacks and school supplies to families in need every August at the banquet in downtown Sioux Falls.
After handing out 1,600 backpacks on Saturday, the line stretched around the building once again Monday, with 1,100 children scheduled to receive supplies.
The program was created to help kids start the school year off on the right foot.
Education is huge, and we have so many kids that go to school every year without the things that they need. And so Project SOS's goal is to have children go into school the first day with all of the supplies that the other children will have, in the hope that that self-esteem will be strong and that academic career will go just a little bit further.
Project SOS will host its next distribution day tomorrow at the banquet on East 8th Street and will continue through August 16th. Registration is required and the child must be present to receive a backpack.
We provided a link with registration information under this story on KELOLAND.com.
If you're looking for an indoor place to play pickleball, there's a new spot that'll be opening in just a few months.
The Jar is going to be located in the old Dugans building south of Shields in Sioux Falls. It's going to offer everything pickleball, from equipment to a demo area and, of course, the courts.
Anybody can play here. If you're not a member, there will be time available for you to play as far as the open play goes, and you can book a court online through our software.
Once it's finished, the new space will also offer memberships, with some of them offering 24-hour access to the courts.
Let's look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get another Check Your Weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, tracking the weather today. Showers, thunderstorms ongoing in parts of western South Dakota. We'll continue to monitor that. And then new development later today. And it looks like right now this north central area of South Dakota is going to be under the gun for the biggest storms. And make sure that you're plugged in on the weather, because wherever they do blow up, there's going to be large hail, damaging winds, and even the threat of an isolated tornado because of the amount of shear and the spin in the atmosphere. Here's kind of the sampling of how Futurecast is handling this, and you can see some of these pieces there through midday. That's more or less kind of worked over from what we're dealing with this morning. And then we're kind of assuming at this point that after the peak heating of the day, we've got the Pier forecast in the upper 80s, a lot of wind blowing up out of the southeast, and it tends to kind of focus those storms there up through Mobridge and Pier, maybe Winter. So that's kind of an active weather map there by especially mid to late evenings. So that's kind of where we land on this outlook. And then, of course, some of this is going to roll southeast here. The question is, how severe are they going to be once we get past sunset? And the thinking right now is that some of this will weaken, but not entirely. So it is going to be a night here where we're going to want to watch the weather. Again, moving into Sioux Falls, we could be looking at some severe chances after midnight, but I'm not concerned about widespread destructive weather. I think what we're probably looking at is 60-mile-an-hour winds, maybe some nickel-sized hail, those kind of things. The more storms you have around Sioux Falls, probably the better, because each one of them will grab the energy and they'll all be kind of fighting and competing for that. So that's the assumption there. Now tomorrow, we're going to get back into heat, humidity in the south and the south central, and then we'll see if we have new storms tomorrow night. Some of this might kind of blow up out of northern Nebraska. We'll see how that roots and if it kind of gets its act together as it rolls east. It might do that, and that could be some wind and maybe some more severe weather tomorrow night towards Sioux Falls, and that could affect northwest Iowa, southwest Minnesota. After we get through that, then we're going to put a cap on the atmosphere, and then it breaks. And the 7-day forecast, we intentionally left Thursday and pretty much all of Friday dry. I think Sioux Falls is just going to be too warm to storm. But Friday night and then into Saturday, that gets a little tricky, because then we got a big cold front coming in. That's probably going to ignite some storms in the region. Our first thinking right now is Aberdeen in the northeast would be the area to watch Friday afternoon or Friday night. It's going to be a hot day, but the cap can break there. And then storms, easily bleeding over into Saturday, at least for the first part of the day there. Notice we do reduce the temperature back down in the 80s. So we are going to get a cold front here. Pierre, you're going to go from 90-degree weather on Thursday and Friday down into the mid-80s on Saturday. And we might be able to even cut that high a little bit more. These cold fronts, they come in, and several of the last few anyway have come in stronger than forecast originally. Hot in Rapid City, almost 100 on Thursday. Keep that in mind too. More details at kettleland.com.